Would I lie to you? Can he fix it? It's Neil Morrissey. Yes, she can. It's Leslie Ash. And their team captain, Lee Mack. And facing them tonight, Jungle Queen, Mylene Klass. Burger King, Jason Manford. And their team captain, David Mitchell. But first, arouse yourself into tumultuous hysteria for your host, Angus Deaton.
Good evening and welcome to Would I Lie to You? 30 minutes of exposing truth and peddling lies featuring some of the country's most available talent. Scientists have found that 41% of us lie in the course of an average day, and apparently 59% of us lie about whether or not we lie in the course of an average day, and that liars tend to speak in a dull, flat monotone, which means we can safely rule out anything Stephen Hawking ever says. And we should never forget that in the Bible it says, "Thou shalt not lie." Then again, it also says a talking snake told a woman not to eat an apple, so perhaps we shouldn't pay too much attention to it. We start then tonight, not unreasonably, with round one, entitled Home Truths. Our panellists read out a statement about themselves, but have no idea until they turn the card over whether it's a startling truth or a complete lie that one of our researchers made up this afternoon to while away the tedium. Either way, they're stuck with it, and it's the opposing team's task to then determine whether or not they're being sold a proverbial pup. So it's TV's Neil Morrissey, who is first up with his home truth. Neil?
I recently had an extension built by a builder called Bob.
Well, it's amusing, but is it true?
Well, I mean, as these things go, it would be quite a small coincidence. Bob is quite a normal name, isn't it?
Yeah.
I find that just eminently plausible.
It was...
And in fact, probably a very short little chuckle you and he had about it on day one. So, do you know, actually,
Well,
I'm actually a builder called Bob. Right. OK, I do the voice of Bob the Builder.
Yeah, but when
Right. Short laugh. Let us never speak of this.
At any point did you say, "Can you fix it?" And he said, "Yes, I can." In about 6 months.
Well, he thought it'd be funny to turn up, you know, dressed as Bob, and his mates were guffawing a lot. And, of course, it was 7 a.m. when 4 hairy-arsed builders wandered in. One, dressed in a red and yellow checked shirt in dungarees, with a yellow hat on, saying, "Hello, I'm Bob the Builder." How we laughed.
Yeah.
Do you think he does this all the time and it just happened to be Neil Morrissey's house this time?
He's probably one of those people who
At last! It worked! I told you, you pair of knobheads, this is funny!
So, what are you thinking? What's your verdict?
Well, I think Neil's doing quite well for himself, so it's quite plausible he has recently paid for an extension.
I also can believe that.
I've seen
it would be a small lie to come on and say, "I'm having some building work done." Never.
So is it all stacking up, or are you thinking it's not really very likely?
So I'm thinking it's possible. I'm thinking it's possible.
I think so.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we think it's true.
Yeah.
All right, that's almost unanimous. Right, Neil, reveal all, if you would.
It's a big fat lie!
It's a lie.
I wish it was true myself. I've only just read it.
Neil has not recently had an extension built by a builder called Bob. In fact, there are no builders called Bob in Britain, as it's not a Polish name. And so, to Jason, for your home truth.
OK. I have beaten Gary Barlow at Crazy Golf.
We were all hoping that would end with over the head.
Lee, what do you think?
When was this?
This was 12 years ago.
And how come you were both on a crazy golf course together?
I was up in Blackpool, and there was just a massive Crazy Golf just on the promenade, and I was having a game of golf, and he was there with his family.
So at the peak of his fame, he was playing crazy golf. With his family.
His family, yeah. Well, he's a family man.
And no one else had noticed him at this point.
It was. This is Blackpool. There's a lot of famous people. Yeah.
Who won?
Can't remember.
Oh.
That's a good bit of truth.
Did he not say he beat Gary Barlow? Because you said over the head.
My teammate here has made a very good point here.
What?
You did say I beat Gary Barlow, because I did that bad joke about beating him over the head.
You did.
And now...
You can't remember.
So basically what's happened is, Jason, 12 years after the event, you've remembered you beat him, and 2 minutes after you've said it, you've forgotten it. Isn't memory a funny thing, the way it works?
I think he's lying. Well,
You're nicked! So, Lee, I wonder which way you're going to jump on this one.
Hey, you've been ashed.
Well spotted.
I think we've got to say that's a lie, haven't we?
yeah.
They're saying
that's
it's a lie, Jason.
It's actually a lie.
It's a lie. Yeah, it is complete rubbish. Jason has not beaten Gary Barlow at miniature golf. As it happens, Gary has a handicap. He's too fat and he can't dance. Take that. I've always been keen on miniature golf, or as Mark Owen calls it, golf. So Lee is next.
I was Red Rum's stable boy.
How old were you?
I was probably 16.
Did he ride him?
Pub. Yes, I did actually ride him. Yes, did ride him.
When did
Not in the Grand National, obviously.
Right.
You rode Red Rum sort of just around the farm to give him a bit of exercise.
It's not a cow. It was a horse. Racehorses don't live on farms. They live in stables, horse racing yards. They're very professional outfits.
I'm afraid,
they don't go.
to me,
Grand National winner, but I haven't got time to clean him. Let's do chicken.
Look, horses are animals. They live in places with other animals in the country. To me, that's a farm. You want to call it a stable? I'm not interested. You're wasting your breath.
In a stable.
Oh, it was right in the middle of town, was it?
Well, it happens.
Block of stables.
It's exactly where
What
we were.
floor did Red Rum live on?
Red Rum.
You came a bit canter down the staircase.
See, you see, listen, smart ass, listen. What's in it? Listen. Red Rum famously actually was trained on the beach, and that's where he was trained.
So did you want to be a jockey then?
Yeah, a jockey. Eventually, I wanted to be a jockey, but I wanted to start.
Did you try?
Did I try?
Yeah.
What, are you the YTS careers officer? I did my best. I mean, I got up at 6 and shuffled shit. How hard do you want me to try? I'm sat on the horse risking my life, yeah. I want to make a jockey. Well, you just haven't tried.
You're quite tall for a jockey.
I was going to say.
I am, yes, very tall for a jockey, that's right. Now, you know the answer to the question, why didn't you become a jockey?
Are they really careful, though, about who they let on their absolute prize horses just in case they get a bad technique?
Well, as it happens, it's a good question, that, because you'd think they would be, wouldn't you? But my job was stable boy, and all the others went out and rode the horses, whereas I was left to muck out, hence the word stable boy. And I thought, I'll have a quick go on that. So I jumped on his back, rode the finish to the Grand National, did the commentary as the horse ate his hay. And the boss's son caught me as I was going, and it's hats off and a tremendous reception.
What happened when the boss's son caught you?
I was disciplined in a way that only a stable boy of 16 can be.
You don't think it's true?
I don't think it's true.
You don't think it's true either?
I just don't think it is.
We think it's a lie.
It's a lie. OK, let's see how correct you were.
It is, in fact, the truth.
It's true, Lee was Red Rum's stable boy. Red Rum was put out to stud after his career ended. He sired several moderately successful horses and Amy Winehouse. So at the end of this first ordeal, it's David's team who are experiencing one or two teething problems, trailing as they are 3-1. The next round is called Ring of Truth, and it's an idea so simple that even the panellists virtually understand it. Our teams are given a solid gold celebrity fact and must basically decide whether it's bona fide or pure baloney. So true or otherwise, Gwyneth Paltrow said, "I would rather die than let my kid eat cuppa soup."
See, that is an amazingly weird thing to say, isn't it? Although not as weird, of course, as if there'd have been a big pause between the word eat and cup. That would have been even better, because then it would have been, I would rather die than let my kid eat cup of soup. That would be a really weird thing to say, wouldn't it?
That would be strange, wouldn't it? Fortunately, she didn't say that.
She didn't?
No.
How would cuppa soup find its way into the realms of Gwyneth Paltrow's life?
She was on a film set.
So she was obviously given it whilst filming on an English film.
She actually said, "Who eats this stuff?"
And what was the reply? That lots of the British public do. Yank.
Nobody eats it anyway. Surely people drink it.
Yes, I was going to say, was she told that it's usually diluted in water? Otherwise, you would kind of go, this is surely... Yeah. What is this, future food? I'll give it a go.
What's her husband's name again? That famous
Chris
bloke?
Martin, yes.
Yeah, he's in a band. Does he like cuppa soup? Do we know anything about
Of course,
him?
everyone knows Chris Martin likes a cup of soup. Well, are you mad? Well, he has all the flavours written on the back of his hand.
Didn't Chris Martin say a while back, on the back of one of his album sleeves, it said, for every album that we make, we're going to plant a tree. Sort of all the paper that we've wasted making this CD. And I just thought to myself, can't you just cut out the middleman? Just stop making CDs.
Does he say when every album they make, they plant a tree? I mean, they make an album once every 1 or 2 years. That's been about 4 trees. My dad plants more trees than that, and he hasn't released an album in years.
So do you think Gwyneth is likely to have said this?
Yeah, I probably think so.
I think it's true.
Yeah, I'm with you, Leslie.
I can hear her American. I mean, they call their daughter Apple. They're quite sort of healthy people.
Well, Bachelors claim that there are no additives in cup of soup.
That's the company that makes it, not just unmarried men. Unmarried men who rely on cup of soup for their whole diet say, so actually there's no additives. It's bloody healthy, actually. Knocks back the loneliness if you put whiskey in it.
Maybe you could give us some kind of conclusion as to whether you think this is true or not.
I don't think it's true. Do you think it's true?
No, I don't think it's true.
think
We
so.
think it's a lie.
They're saying it's a lie. Lee?
I think it's true.
It's true?
Yeah.
Leslie?
I think it's true.
OK. True.
All saying it's true. It is true. Absolutely right. Gwyneth Paltrow would rather die than let her child eat cup of soup. In fact, any child of Gwyneth's is more likely to be named cup of soup than served it. The next round goes by the curiously abridged title of This Is My, in which David's team all claim to have a close association with tonight's special guest person. The task for Lee's team, should they choose to accept it, is to identify which of them is for real. So please welcome this week's special guest person, Jill. Now, David, perhaps you'd like to explain how you know Jill.
Yes, this is Jill, the hypnotherapist who cured me of my fear of balloons.
OK. Mylene, what's Jill to you?
This is my good friend Jill, and she has fitted Camilla Parker Bowles' underwear.
And finally, Jason, your relationship with Jill?
This is Jill. She's the air hostess who saved my life when I choked on a peanut once.
So there you are. A balloon therapist, if we believe David, an underwear fitter to the Royals, if we believe Mylene, or a life-saving air hostess, according to Jason.
What is the thing about a balloon which is so frightening?
Well, I'm a bit better about it now.
Thank God you're able to talk about it.
Thank you.
What,
Is it
I mean, is there
the
any...
fact that they might go bang in your face?
I'm trying to share here, and the thing that scares me about balloons is essentially that they might pop.
Yeah, but to be fair, that's not an irrational fear if it's a hot air balloon, is it?
No. But frankly, if I had a phobia about hot air balloons, I would have managed to limp through life. If there's not much. Oh, it's terrible, because I get to work by hot air balloon as well. And I'm just screaming the whole time. I can't, I have to put the radio on. No. It's, everyday party balloons have since I was very young, scared the shit out of me because they might pop.
So did you go to parties as a kid and cry?
Yes. Yeah. And then I wouldn't go to parties as a kid, and my parties there were no balloons.
And I want to know about the peanut in the throat and the possible Heimlich. I mean, how were you saved?
Heimlich, yeah.
Oh, you've helped him out there, haven't you?
Does she look strong enough?
The Heimlich, it's not about strength and power. It's about the actual positioning of the actual right there in the diaphragm.
You're a doctor as well now.
Yeah. All right, tell me which flight you were on.
I was flying Manchester to Gatwick, and I sat near the front. I sat near the front for that extra bit of leg room, and luckily the woman's actually sat opposite you, right? God bless her, right? And as I was sort of eating these peanuts, one of them just lodged just right in my throat, and just quick as a flash, bang, Jill was up.
Don't say bang in front of David. Scare the life out of him.
What's your association with Camilla Parker Bowles' gusset manufacturer?
She's my friend, and that's who she fits. I've got no association with Camilla, but
She doesn't
this
fit
is my friend Jill.
your corsets necessarily.
Has done.
Is this a common thing, having underwear fitters? Do you have an underwear fitter, Leslie?
I do, actually. They're here now.
No, you're lying.
Little Jimmy Cranky's down there working his arse off.
Do they actually sort of make to order? They go around and fit you up and...
I think knickers are quite regular, but every woman, as you know, goes up and down in their underwear, and so...
Sorry?
So I need to press you for an answer here, Lee. Is this person David's balloon shrink, Mylene's regal basque fitter, or Jason's selfless stewardess?
I think it's a stewardess. Although I think he's a barefaced liar, I just think he's telling the truth on this.
I don't believe Jason has ever allowed anything to be stuck halfway before it gets down here.
I think
he's not an idiot. He's from the north, and those peanuts are free.
Yeah.
I love the balloon thing because it's just so sweet.
I like the sweetness of it, yes.
OK, you are the team captain, Lee. You have to make a decision of some sort.
All right, then. I'm going to go with Leslie, then, and say that, bizarrely, the balloon story just might be in a crazy sort of way.
OK, you're opting for David's balloon shrink. Jill, perhaps you'd like to tell us who you really are?
I'm Jill Kenton. I'm Mylene Class's friend, and I do fit Camilla.
Yes, indeed. Jill is Mylene's purveyor of pants to the Royals. Well done, and thank you for coming, Jill Kenton. Yes, Jill has fitted Camilla Parker Bowles' underwear. Now she's in the royal family, of course. Camilla has to be rather more frugal when she gets bored with her lacy underwear. It's handed down to Prince Edward. And so to telly tales around in which classic TV shows of yesteryear are resurrected for our viewing pleasure. And Lee's team then intrigue us with an additional related fact this week. Our specialist area is Saturday morning children's TV, a world where men's knitwear plummeted new depths and disaster was always just a haircut away. So Lee is up with his fact loosely related to these well-known pop critics.
That's Pepsi and Shirley and Heartache. Mrs. Thatcher, what about you?
I didn't think it sounded like Heartache at all. I thought the nearest it got to Heartache was that almost ballet bit, you know, with several people standing up in the background moving. That was the nearest to Heartache. Otherwise it was thump, thump, thump. I accept very professional, but nothing like Heartache. Yes, yes, good voices, professional production, but not quite what I would expect of Heartache. I would say 3.
3 for you. Yes. Would you dance to it?
No, I wouldn't, because there was no melody. There certainly was rhythm. You could do a movement to it. You could do a movement to any rhythm. You could do a movement to a drum without having any song. But there was no melody and no Heartache.
Pepsi and Shirley not quite cutting it for Mrs. Thatcher there. She was always more of a Guns N' Roses fan. Anyway, Lee, what is your related fact to that clip?
Did you know that Mike Reid often does a musical turn at the Tory party conference? And last year it was a 10-minute political rap.
You notice how the whole mood has dropped since we saw a clip of Margaret Thatcher? Nobody wants to live anymore. Oh yeah, I remember that bitch.
Yeah.
So what bit of the Tory? Is this like the main assembly bit?
Yes.
After the Shadow Chancellor's done his speech? Yeah, now, as usual, what you're all here for, Mike Reid's 10-minute rap.
Yeah, but you've got to remember that Tories are a bit stuffy and boring, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, they're stuffy and boring, but they're not, you know, complete morons.
I think it's true, because the Tory party are so out of sync with reality that that's the sort of thing that they might go, Mike Reid's very popular, isn't he? What about Mike Reid?
It all makes sense.
Yeah. I don't think they could be that out of sync with reality and still know where Parliament is.
No, I don't think it's true.
I just don't think it's true.
Well, I'm prepared to go with that. You're the captain.
We think it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie, OK. Let's find out if you're right, Lee.
It actually is true. It's a very hard way to do this.
I'm sorry. How are they ever going to get back into office? Aren't they trying? Is it match fixing? You know, is someone bribing them to be terrible at politics? Mike Reid, 10 minutes, rapping. What the f*** is that? Democracy in this country. The reason Tony Blair can start wars for without asking people is because there's no opposition. You know, it's their fault. It's Mike Reed's fault. The deaths of our servicemen are on his conscience.
Sorry, David. I've made a mistake. It's false. Sorry. False.
No, it is true. I do hope Mike Reed is watching this. Yes, he does traditionally round off the Tory Party conference with a song. It saves security having to usher people out of the building. So at the end of that round, it's Lee's team for whom the future's bright, leading as they do 7-5. And so, joyously, we come to the final round, some quickfire truths and or lies for our panellists. And remember, they still have no idea what's written on the other side of the card, sensational truth or utter tosh. Starting now, Leslie.
I have been banned from Streatham Ice Rink.
Well, yeah, what did you do?
I was skating with my friend, and you had to go upstairs to really see the nice blokes. And I didn't know, unbeknown to me, but you weren't allowed upstairs. And so we got asked to leave downstairs, and I just got a bit gobby.
So, sorry, what's the upstairs of an ice rink? Is that...
The upstairs is where the viewing gallery. And
so why did they throw you out? Or why
someone had moved the sign saying, don't go up there. And me and Geraldine Hellard just thought, we'll go up there anyway.
Good use of specific name of a possible person who exists.
How old will you be?
About 14.
Okay. Is this stacking up?
I just think the sign had been moved. You went in there anyway. It's an honest mistake. Yeah. Why would they ban you from the ice rink?
No. The ice warden came up and said, you're not allowed up here.
That's a great job title, isn't it? I am the ice warden. Yes. I do not own the ice. I guard the ice for future generations. I am one with walrus and seal.
So she came up to you. He came up to you. And
he said, I'm going to have to take you downstairs. So he took me downstairs, and unbeknown to me, he was actually taking me outside the door.
Were you still in your skates at this stage?
But I'm
just a little bit worried that he's not thought it through, and you're going to...
But Ice Warden Man can breathe on the floor! All the way home!
Me and Geraldine Hellard tossed out into the street in our sheepskin coats, and I just turned around and went, F*** off!
So that might have been when you were back. It was the obscenity to the ice warden moment.
Ice warden.
Yeah. So ice wardens don't take kindly to that.
No.
Dave, what's your conclusion?
I don't really believe this.
You know what, though? It's so bad, it's good.
I think it's a lie.
Right, well, there's two of us think it's a lie, so I think we say it's a lie.
Yeah, they're saying it's a lie. OK, the truth then, Leslie?
It's true.
Oh.
It is completely true. It's true. Leslie is banned, or was banned, from Streatham Ice Rink. In 1984, Torvill and Dean's thrilling Olympic win caused such an upsurge of interest in ice dancing that they were given their own show just 23 years later. Next, David.
I have formulated a 5-point plan for surviving if I were in prison.
David, please tell us this 5-point plan for surviving in prison.
OK. One, I have to use the fact that I've got a degree in some way. I have to sell the fact that I, have knowledge. Right. Secondly, I have to, in some way, find someone who is physically strong to try and, save me, from the big men and the soap dropping and the bum. Thirdly, I have to make sure that this person isn't a person who will bum me. Fourthly, I need to have some commodity I can sell, so I need to have some deal with someone I knew on the outside, bringing in something like, cigarettes, so that I could, sell them to other inmates.
Right.
And number 5?
Number 5 would be to get a PhD while I was in there.
What is the likelihood of you actually going to prison?
Well, cut a long story short, I did a terrible, terrible thing, but I got away with it.
This was an imminent...
No, I formulated this when I was a late teenager, and I was frightened of prison.
How old were you?
I think 17 or 16, 17.
So the first one was what, sorry? To get a degree?
No, that was the last
Use
one.
his degree.
No, the first one you said was to use your degree.
Use your
But you were 17.
So part of your 5-point plan of how to survive in prison is I must get a degree, and number 5 is I must get a PhD. It's this kind of talk that's going to get you into trouble in prison in the first place.
It wasn't 5 topics of conversation when in prison.
Oh.
I wasn't going to bring these things up. So what are you going to do while you're here? I seem to have a cocktail in my hand. Why am I the only one? Oh, I've dropped my cocktail. Don't pick it up.
What are you thinking then?
Do you know what? I'll tell you why I think it's true, is because Dave is one of the few people I know that if he did do a 5-point plan, if I was doing a 5-point plan, it would be like, get a brick, get a rounder's bat, get something else that's big. But David's involves 2 forms of education within the plan. Yeah. Degree, PhD. Maybe I should make it a 7-point plan and get the masters.
I think it's a lie.
What do you think, Leslie?
I think it's bullshit.
I'm with you, Leslie.
You're a big liar.
I think it's lying too.
Fight!
So, Lee, you're the team captain. What's your verdict?
I think that what he's saying is utter rubbish, and that's a lie.
David, put us out of our misery.
Yes, I'm afraid to say it is a lie.
It is. Well reviewed. Absolutely right, it is a lie. David has not formulated a 5-point plan for surviving if he were in prison.
Are there other cards in here like, you know, you had 19 different names for your grandmother? What are they? Granny, Nan,
yes.
A 5-point plan for how to survive in prison. I've got no idea how to survive in prison. Don't go to prison. Only commit crimes you can get away with.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
That was nasty. Next, Leslie, again.
I have never eaten an apple, not even taken a bite.
Why not?
No, I'm actually allergic. It's really upsetting.
How did you find out you're allergic to apples?
Actually, only to the green variety, which is like either the Golden Delicious or the Granny Smith. I don't know what it is. It's something in the skin that makes it green that I get allergic.
So you've eaten other apples that are not the ones you're allergic to?
I'm all right with the yellow ones.
So you've eaten the yellow ones?
Yeah, and red ones.
So just read your statement again.
I have never eaten
a green.
A green. No, you see, they've made a mistake here. I told them upstairs, I said, it's green.
They made a mistake on one of my cards as well, and they said that I'd made a 5-point plan to survive if I were in prison.
Could I possibly push you for a verdict?
I think that's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie, Leslie? Tell us.
Oh, it's...
Surprise, surprise.
A lie.
It is a lie. And that electronic flatulence signals the end of that final round, and it's Lee's team who are tonight's conquerors, having vanquished David's team 11-7. So, clap on the back to the winners, a clip round the ear to the losers, and finally just remember that you can always tell if a politician is lying because their lips move, which is coincidentally also how you tell if Jade Goody is reading. Good night.